Welcome everybody. My name is Sonam Sandhi. Today we're going to be doing a really nice and gentle wall supported class. So this is great for anybody that maybe has some stability issues or has a hard time finding balance throughout the whole class, maybe weak knees. Also, if you're pregnant and your gravity has kind of been off, this is great to be able to use the wall for support, a really gentle stretch throughout the whole body. So a full class, but being able to use the wall for support. So we're not going to need any props. I just placed two mats, one lengthwise and one longwise, but you can really just do this on like a carpet even, and then use the wall for support. So join me for today's class. So we're going to start with our eyes closed, standing in Tadasana, mountain pose. So planting our feet down, rolling our hands forward, palms facing forward, our shoulders back, just grounding down, preparing the body, connecting to your breath, thinking of something to be so grateful for, a beautiful smile on your face, as you take a few moments in the day to nourish your body, connect with yourself. And then if you want to follow along with your eyes closed, you can even come up against the wall to feel really supported here while we do a few just warm-up exercises or just a few inches away from the wall, knowing that it's behind you to catch you. So keeping your eyes closed, you can try that and really connect with the body and see how all the sensations feel. Or of course, open your eyes and follow along. We're going to inhale our arms up overhead, interlocking our fingers, and then rotating our hands so that the palms are facing up towards the ceiling. Nice stretch in the full body, lengthening, opening. This doesn't have to be hyperextended. You really are just warming up the body. Holding it here, a few deep breaths. And then gently releasing the arms down to your sides. And then one more inhale up. Interlocking the fingers, palms facing up towards the sky. Exhale your arms down. We're going to then go ahead and bring our hands in front of us, interlock our fingers, palms together, and then rotating the hands out away from us, releasing in the shoulders, pushing away as if you were pushing at the wall. Close your eyes here for a few deep breaths. Holding your arms straight up, not allowing them to drop down, engaging the biceps, the triceps, stretching out your arms. And then releasing the arms as we interlock behind us now. And bring our palms together, opening up in the shoulder, in the chest. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling a little. Activating the full upper body, bringing your shoulders away from your ears. And pulling your hands down towards the floor. Eyes closed, a few deep breaths here. And then releasing the arms, feeling the whole upper body already beginning to stretch and relax. We're going to do a few intuitive shoulder rolls. So go ahead and close your eyes. And allow yourself to do a few shoulder rolls, engaging the whole shoulder. Pulling them up towards the ear, behind you, all the way down. Loosening up any tension, especially if you sit at the desk a lot or on the couch. Just relieving any tension, any burdens here. Maybe even palms down towards the floor. Activating the hands, stretching the fingers out. And then going the opposite direction with that same focus. Whew. Perfect. Releasing here, seeing how that feels. And then now that the shoulders are relaxed, we're going to do the same with the neck, but you want to make sure that this is super slow. You don't want to pull anything or cause any ninks. We're just going to go really slow first, left to right. So take a nice deep inhale with a straight neck. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Deep breath here. On your next inhale, come to center very carefully. On your next exhale, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Left ear to left shoulder. And then inhale, center. This time when you exhale, bring your chin to your chest and begin rolling in one direction. Taking nice deep breaths. Full inhale. Complete exhale. And then the other side. Keeping the eyes closed just really allows us to go within, connect to all the sensations, not have external stimulation, to think of new things and just really be able to connect with the mind and the body. Then coming to center. Oh, I already feel so much better. We're gonna bring our hips apart just a little bit. And you wanna start to just rock back and forth in the hips, maybe even some pelvic tilts here, forward and backwards, releasing any tension in the lower back, in the hips. If you're pregnant, making space for the baby, just having your legs apart. You can do quite a few of this even sitting down on a chair. So listen to the body, see what feels comfortable for you. And then we're going to place our hands on the hips and then just begin to do some nice rolls. Rolls in one direction. And then the other. You could even follow your breath. Inhale forward. Exhale backwards. Warming up the spine, warming up the hips. Even the knees, maybe bending in the knees if that's comfortable for you. Releasing in the knees. Getting the whole body activated. Perfect. Coming to stillness, bringing your feet together. We're going to raise our arms up. Inhale up. Interlace your fingers. And then exhale, begin to lean towards the right. Again, you could do this with your back against the wall, making sure that your spine is straight, not lifting in the feet or bending in the knees, just getting a nice stretch along the side body. Breathing here. Take a few deep breaths, and whenever you feel comfortable, I invite you to try closing your eyes and seeing how that feels. And then gently coming to center, and then leaning on the other side. You could even look up towards the ceiling. or down, depending on what feels right in your neck. Deep breaths here. Coming to center, arms up, and then you can release. Using the wall as a support, bringing your glutes up to the wall. Inhale, your arms up. If you're pregnant, widen your legs here a little bit so your belly can fit. If you have lower back pain or sciatica, maybe don't come all the way down and see what feels comfortable. But you can go ahead using the wall and bending forward. You can place your hands on your ankles, your shins, or right above your knees, not on your knees. And gently releasing the back, dropping the head down, and then gently rolling up. Even placing your hands on the wall to support you. And then we're gonna begin to come in line with the wall. You're gonna take your left hand or whatever hand, depending on where you're facing with the wall, and place it on the wall, and then walk it backwards. So if you see here, my hand is behind and I'm in front of it, but my hips are square. So my hips are square, I'm looking forward, just my arm is behind me. As I put a little bit of pressure onto the wall and start turning away from it gently, you'll feel this great stretch right in here, right in your armpit, where your shoulder, your chest, your arm meets. Few deep breaths. Depending on what feels good, you can raise your arm or lower it against the wall. You could even step away further if you want a deeper stretch, or come closer. See what feels right. Just ensuring that you're not facing the wall. You're not going to really get a good stretch here. And turn away, opening up that space. Bring your right hand down to your right thigh. Breathing here. Creating space in the chest. And gently releasing that arm, seeing what feels good, maybe even some shoulder circles. That was a pretty good stretch on my side. And then we're gonna turn around. So whichever way you're facing, turn around so the other arm is on the wall. Walking your arm back. Once you touch the wall, just sliding it backward. Same thing, squaring the hips. Bringing your left hand down to your left thigh. And then begin causing a little bit of tension by pushing towards the wall and away from it. So your hand is going into the wall and your body is turning away, creating a stretch in that armpit. Breathing here. Nice full deep breaths, maybe closing your eye. If you wanted even more stability, you could bring a chair here, a folding chair, holding onto this side with your left hand, feeling supported on both sides as you get a nice upper body stretch. And gently releasing there, coming to center. Good job. So now we're going to come to tree pose. You can have that chair again for this. If you are comfortable in tree pose, you can step gently away from the wall and just have the wall close by. If you want a little bit more support, I'll show you that variation too. So you're going to go ahead and place your hand on the wall and begin bringing the foot up from that same side. So whatever hand is on that wall, my left hand is on the wall. We're going to stabilize through the right foot, bringing our weight, shifting our weight into the right foot, and gently start lifting our left foot up. And you can keep it at the ankle, at the calf, or all the way up in your inner thigh. And you can bring your hand to center here, or gently place it on a chair next to you. Whatever feels right. Balancing here, keeping your body nice and straight, finding a focal point straight ahead. So you want to find your drishti, something to bring your focus to in front of you. And that's going to help stabilize the mind, stabilize the body. Deep breaths here, being gentle and careful with yourself. If you need to come out, adjust, or come to your ankle, go ahead and do that. And then if you were comfortable with a regular tree pose, you could just use the back as support, bringing your foot wherever you wanted, and then bringing your arms out with the drishti in front of you, knowing that the wall is behind you. Deep breaths. Whenever you're ready, you come out the way that you went in. So gently bringing your arms in to your hips, releasing the foot, shifting your weight, seeing how that feels. And then we're going to go ahead with the other side. So if you need a wall, go ahead and do that. Have your wall, have your chair, or coming into just a supported position to have the wall behind you. So setting up in that same way that we did, we're going to start to lean now into the left side. You're not bending your knee or popping your hip. You're just gently leaning into your left side. And you're going to bring your ankle, your right foot to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. You're going to bring your hands to wherever they're comfortable. And breathe here. Taking your time to set up. So even here, I'm just gently placing my hand on the wall. Just feeling supported. Breathing. Even if this was in your practice earlier and you're at a stage in your life where you need a little bit more support, allow the ego to release and allow yourself to feel supported while you still build strength. Gently coming out the way that you went in. Taking a moment here to shake out the legs, shake out the body. And we're going to now face the wall, placing our hands onto the wall. You're going to step your right foot closer to the wall, bending your knee, and your left foot away from the wall. And then shifting your hips, your left foot itself will come up, your heel will be up, your right knee bend as deeply as you'd like, adjusting your hand height, opening in the back, and then once you find a height that you're comfortable with, allowing your hips to really sink down, feeling a beautiful stretch in the back of your left leg and in the hips, breathing here. If you feel a little bit more stable, you can raise your arms up and over, knowing that the wall is there to catch you. Breathing. Deep, full breaths. And then straightening out that right knee, pushing into the wall, gently step your left leg up. Your right leg goes behind now. You start to bend into your left knee. See what feels right for you. Hands in front. And then once you find what feels right, allow yourself to bend into here, breathing. And then when you feel stable, you can gently release. You can bring your hands to your hips. You can bring them to your heart. You could bring them up and over. You can keep them right at the wall. Listen to the body. See what feels right for you. And pushing your hands into the wall, straightening out your left leg, bringing your right foot forward. Take a moment here, Make sure it feels good in your body, adjusting your weight. And then same thing, you can have your chair close by. As we come to the next pose, we're going to be stretching out our quads. So you want to place your left hand onto the wall, and you're going to begin to shift your weight onto your left side. Bend your right knee and try to grab a hold of your right foot, keeping your body straight here. If you're using a chair, you can put the chair behind you and put your leg up on the chair to just get a nice stretch here without having to grab your foot. Breathing here, opening here. You should feel a nice stretch in the front part of your thigh. If you felt comfortable enough, you can release your left hand, place it out in front of you. Being stable here, breathing here. Gently releasing your hand, bringing your foot down very carefully, never having very jarring moments or movements in yoga. You want to then come to the other side. So placing your right hand on the wall, shifting your weight just slightly. You're not bending or leaning into the wall, just enough that you feel comfortable lifting up your left foot. Grab a hold of your left foot and stay here, stretching out that left side. You might notice one side is tighter than the other. Allow yourself to just breathe here. If you feel comfortable, releasing that right hand out in front of you. I'm in my third trimester and experiencing quite a bit of sciatic pain. And it's hard for me to go through very active flows or do a lot of forward bends. So this has been wonderful for me to be able to still get a stretch, connect to my body and the baby, while still not overexerting that muscle. So beginning to release your hand, release your other hand down, shifting the weight in your body, coming to neutral. And then we're gonna make a fist up against the wall, placing our forearms on the wall. So your elbows, your forearms, and your fist is on the wall. And then begin to walk backwards and walk your elbows down until your back, your legs are straight, your forearms come down, and your back is straight. This is going to be an amazing stretch in the back of your legs. If you have a chair, you can even do this over the chair, hugging the chair, being stable here. Making sure that your back is not too high. You want to get a nice stretch in the legs. And then whenever you feel comfortable holding it here, you could even bend the knees ever so slightly to get a nice stretch in the back and the lower back, and straighten the legs and feel how that feels. If you're pregnant, making sure that your legs are far enough apart to make room for the baby. And then when you're ready to get out of it, bend your knees and slowly walking your hands up the wall. Ooh, that was a little bit harder for me. All right. So now we're gonna make our way down, laying on the mat. If you wanted to grab a little bit of a pillow, you can do that. If you are pregnant and you feel uncomfortable on your back, then please try to elevate your hips a little bit, placing this underneath your hips, or coming to one of the other poses that feel good for you. You can even come into child's pose, bringing your big toes together, bringing your knees apart, coming forward, And releasing here. So we're gonna come down on our backs and our feet up towards the wall. So you wanna come close to the wall with your hips and then gently start to lay back. My head is right on the pillow and you wanna bring your feet onto the wall. Your right ankle will go over your left knee and you'll feel the most amazing stretch in your hips. This is fantastic if you are pregnant and everything is expanding and growing, feeling super supported without having to come into pigeon or something very active. Your hands can come out next to you, palms facing up. You can come into cactus with your hands up. You can place your hands on your belly or your chest. If you're pregnant, on your belly, connecting to your baby. Taking really nice, full deep breaths here. If you wanted a little bit of a deeper stretch, you can even push that right knee away from you, making space here, opening up that hip even more. Deep breaths. I can stay in this pose forever. And then gently releasing here, bringing your right foot to the wall, adjusting your hips so that they're centered. Your left ankle to your left knee, pushing your left knee away. Deep breath here, and then allowing your arms to fall away. So my left side sciatica is what's bothering me, and this really helps relieve some of that pain. So my left side is much tighter than my right side. So just breathe into what feels right, what you can do. And releasing that foot to the wall. Walk your feet together so that the soles of your feet are touching. And then walk your body down just a little bit so you're a little bit closer to the wall. And then your feet come down, opening at the knees here, getting a beautiful stretch in the inner thighs and the hips. You can place your hands on the knees to open, releasing in the lower back. Breathing here. A few really nice deep breaths. Inhale completely. Exhale totally. And then from here, you can begin to walk your feet up towards the top of the wall. And allow your feet to drain here. You can straighten them out to whatever feels comfortable, or you can bring your feet back down as we lay in Shavasana for a little while. You can stay here. You can also bring your body down very gently, very carefully, supporting yourself. And lay in regular Shavasana, opening up your body, being still, or using the wall as a support. Maybe even taking that small pillow, placing it under your lower back. If laying is not comfortable for you, or you're pregnant, you've been laying for a while, finding what feels right for you, even laying on your side. Taking a few moments to incorporate that beautiful session, stretching out your whole body in such a beautiful and gentle way, feeling supported and grounded while building strength in different parts of our life when we're really vulnerable. And it might be an older age, it might be through a physical ailment, it might be through pregnancy, it just might be through even different parts of the month, or as you're in different parts of your career or life, depending on what the demands are for you. It can be hard for us to ask for support. It can be hard for us to lean on someone or something. And having this beautiful practice where we can use the wall and a chair as a support system while still being able to do it by ourselves is so nice and comforting. So taking a few moments to bring stillness in the body, appreciation to yourself. I invite you to stay here as long as you'd like. Enjoying this nourishing practice. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this was as calming and grounding for you as it was for me. Namaste.